guys. So QuickTime quit in the middle of the last video, which is fine. But this is as far as we had gotten. Here are the two rules that it cut off. The line height of 1.5, which is how we got our height to look like it was just looking, and the letter spacing of 1. So that's how it spaced it out some. We did our square disc style in the last video. Alright, so we need to add that same style that we've been using for our font, which is a Helvetica Sans Serif, and I was going to say we need to add our color, but I think we have the color. So I'll go here, we refresh it. Okay, so now it's following the font that we've been using. I think I want the font size to be just a little smaller. So let's try font size. And if H3 was 1.1 M, let's maybe try 0.6 M. This one. Save that. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, just a bit too small. Let's try 0.9 M. See what that looks like. And this is that game I talk about where I say, oh, we just really have to work with it to make it work. I'm going to build this line height up a little bit. Let's try 0.8. See what that goes. We're getting there. We're getting there. I like everything to be on one line. I'm going to try 0.8 M. See if that gives me... Alright, that gives everything on one line, which is what I was hoping for. And I'm going to go with the line height maybe up just a bit. 1.9. Let's do 2. I like that. I don't think that's bad. Let's try 2.2. Because I'm just daring like that. Let's check that. It's actually not bad at all. But then greedy sets in, right? That's what greed is happening right now. And I have to try 2.4 and see if I like that a little better. Kind of like that. I kind of like it. Alright, so I'm going to keep it at the 2.4. I think that's a good area. Oh my goodness. I think that's a good area. Okay, cool. Alright, so now we have our list items. And if we wanted to individually style these, we could. Right now, I'm actually happy the way that it is, but I'll keep this code here just in case later on I change my mind. Right now, I like it. I don't see anything that I'd want to change. I don't have them linking to anything right now because, like I said, I'm just doing and you guys know how to link anyway. I'm just doing an example of what it could look like. Again, I'm using Wikipedia. Don't you guys use Wikipedia. Use something different. But I'm using Wikipedia for mine. So now I need to style this main area. So if we look at our source code, we know that main has an H2 and main has paragraph text in there. So that's what we're going to target. So let's go down. Let's choose main. Let's do H2 first. As a matter of fact, though, since I know that I want all the text in main to be white, I'm actually going to do a style for main itself. Wait, I think we have a style for main. I gotta think about that for a second. And we do. I'm going to go find main. And inside of main, we can go ahead and put, I can go ahead and delete these placeholders we had in there because they're fine. So for main, I'm going to make all the text inside of main white. So color, FFF. And I can also in here say, I can also say that font family is just still be on my clipboard. Helvetica Arial Sans Serif. I want that to be in main as well. So is still following the parameters that we set for that, for all of that. Okay, so now for our main H2, I think the main thing that I want for that one, I'm okay with the size. I kind of want like there to be some letter spacing though, if I felt like it was claustrophobic. So letter spacing, we'll say, let's try 2%, only for it to laugh at us and say, ha, too much. Okay. Letter spacing 2%. Now I need to see if it's actually responding. So it is not. So main H2, did I make H2? And it closes. So it should be listening. All right. You know what I do when it's not listening? I choose a crazy color. My crazy color always red. Okay, it's listening. It just doesn't want to space out those letters. Let's try 2. Yep, it just didn't want to do percents. Okay, so I'll say 0.5 EM. And I changed that 0.5 EM to 0.2 EM. Alright, so what that did was space out the letters just a bit. Maybe that's still too much. That's a little better. Oops. Let's try 0.08 EM. That's a little better. So I'll go smaller. 0.07 EM. Oops. Wrong area there. Hang on. I meant here. Save that. Alright. Happy with that. Now we have some craziness happening with our text inside of main where it's jumbled up on each other. So I feel like it's too close. It needs some line height. And I think it also needs some letter spacing as well as word spacing. So let's go target our main paragraph, or our paragraphs that are inside of main. Let's give it some letter spacing. Let's try 0.5 EM, and then let's try line height of maybe 2. Oh, by the way, I know I talked to you in the last video and I said, oh, my husband's cooking was kind of crazy and there was smoke, but there was no smoke. It was all because of heat, and the food was delicious. It was spaghetti, but I tell you. All right, so line height is kind of a bit much, right? You're like, whoa, what happened? And then our letter spacing is a bit much too, so that might not be cool. So I'm going to try 0.2 EM for the letter spacing, one thing at a time. I still think that's just too much. So, oh, that's right. Try 0.02. Okay. I'm happy with that, just a little bit. Line height, maybe 1.5. Let's try that, make that a little better. Okay. And now, try something special. See if I remember this code. See, main P : First line. I'll explain this in a minute if it works. I think 5 is it, actually. Nope. Always. Ah, I can't remember that code. 5. See? Don't remember everything, but I'll find it. Let me see. Oops. Hanging. Well, I can't remember the code, but I do know that this works, so I'm gonna have to research it and get back to that. But anyway, I wanted to do an indent on this. As a matter of fact, you know what? Go with me to W3C Schools. Why not? And let's find it. And let's go to CSS. And let's go to reference. And let's see if we can find our property for text. That's box property, box layout, text properties. Let's see. This is text align last. I want first. Text indent. I only want to happen on the first line. I know they didn't take it away. So let's try text indent. Oh, that is what I used. Okay, text indent. So I didn't forget. What? 50 pixels. Oh, I know what it is. I no longer need the first line. So let's try this. Text indent. Let's try 20 pixels. Save that. And let's go back to our text. Yes. Okay, cool. So I no longer need the first line. That first line is actually more equations for other things that we can do inside of here, but I didn't need it, so I'm happy. Okay, so text indent is where I want it, so I'm kind of happy with this page, and this is the index page. All right, so I'm happy with that. If I had a calendar of events to link it to, I would link this calendar of events. I don't for this one, but again, I'm just showing you guys how to do it. And as I hit home, it goes and shows me home. So what I'm going to do now is I'm pretty much done with the index page. That one's done. I showed you how to link it. I showed you the source code. So that's how you would do it, and you would do that for each and every page that you have. So when you go to do your about page, you do the same thing. Name it about.html. Go ahead and make your changes that you want, and then go from there. So when you go for your C info page, you would do the same thing. Go ahead and put your information about the C info, whatever page you guys have. Do it there. And for your contact page, making sure that you name it contact.html, and it's always going to link. So this is how you link the pages. And remember, for your homework, it was to have at least 2 of these pages done, and So you should definitely, and I also said that really once you get 2 pages done, it's too easy to just go ahead and finish all the pages. So the requirement is just to have 2 pages done, but contact is easy to put in there. See info is easy to put in there. About is too easy to put in there once you have your home page you're set. So that's what this video was about. And so again, this is for those of you who do not have Dreamweaver or do not want to do a template. In the next video, I'll show you how to do the same exact thing while using a template, but we'll have the same CSS. So, see you in a few.